Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as you know, I've been doing a series of video presentations for the Rankin Technical College AWD Application and Web Development 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class. The book that we are using for the class is ASP.NET MVC with Entity Framework and CSS by Mr. Naylor. And I'm in the middle of Chapter 7, and I tried following their steps. I'm not even in the middle yet. I'm near the beginning of Chapter 7, about 7 or 8 pages in. And I followed their steps. And what we were trying to do was to go, and we just did this. So we changed our default connection string. And I tried to log in as user admin@babystore.com with a password admin with a big A and a number 1 at mvcbabystore.com. But rather than me being able to log in like this, I instead got this error message. Directory lookup for the file, etc. failed with operating system error 2. The system could not find the file specified, etc., etc. So I went in and literally put that error message into here. So I'm just trying to look and see if they're going to give me any kind of thing. So it says directory lookup failed with operating system error. Actually, I wanted error 2. I don't want an access is denied. See, I want error 2, I believe, so that looks like it's error 5, which probably isn't going to help me much. Again, this is error 5. Let me double check, because I thought what I got was error 2. See, I've got... So let's try to... Let's see. Just try that much. ASP.NET error. Not match anything. Okay. There we go. Failed with error with system 2. All right. Does that folder, does the app data folder exist? And if so, does the application have permission to write to it? All right, so maybe that's, let's start right there. So let's go back to the project, because I don't believe we have an app data folder. So we will right mouse click on here, add. This should be ASP.NET folder, app data. So there's our app data folder. There's a start, so let's try saving. Let's try to rebuild. And when that comes back, let's try to run it again. See what happens. Could be, as it says, I didn't have an app data folder. So let's try that. Again, this is my login. And this is my password. So log in. There we go. Password. Whoops. And they said make sure you've got permission to write to it. I shouldn't have to worry about that because that's what I've been doing. So we'll see. There's that. Log in. And it says invalid login attempt. That's better than what we had. So admin@mvcbabystore.com. Well, that's what we just did set up. Admin@mvcbabystore.com. Copy this. Still getting invalid login attempt. So let's try to manually key that in. So admin, capital A, let's double check here. Yep. Capital A, D, M, the number 1, N, so that's admin, at mvcbabystore.com. Still getting an invalid login attempt. A, D, M, the number 1, N, at mvcbabystore.com. Still telling me that it's invalid. I always wonder when I do this if I'm going to have to do some kind of a migration, but I shouldn't have to, because we have oops, I'm on the wrong project, I'm sorry. Let me stop the run again. Let's double check. I can't imagine that this is what it is, but what was that line? There we go. Admin at mvcbabystore.com, admin1 at mvcbabystore.com. There's the password right there. Copy that to the clipboard. Let's say the site can't be reached because I stopped the run. Now, attempt to log in. All right, so that's correct. And log in as admin, ADMIN, at mvcbabystore.com. There's that, and here was the password. Log in. Okay, so again it's saying invalid login attempt. Now, when we did that before and we got the invalid login attempt like this, it says there that, and I'm going to have to stop the run, unfortunately, that's just the way this works, but you see how I put that in, and again, put that in, log in, and I got that. Alright, so you can see how that failed. You can see that that's correct and that's correct. I don't see anything I've done incorrectly there, so I'm going to stop the run here as well. I now have the app data folder in there. Alright. See, it's saying here connect the database, but it doesn't make any sense, because if I come out here and I go to my desktop and I go to Identity 2 and I go to App Data, there we go. Alright, Let's see, test it. Okay, it worked. Okay, so it says it's there. All right, and it says that we're here. Did it try to give me a user? Admin, but it says email confirmed is false. Let's try it one more time. This is very frustrating. And so, admin at mvcbabystore.com, capital ADM number 1N at mvcbabystore.com. I didn't type it in wrong. I'll try typing it in one more time just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Lowercase, so ADM, the number 1N at mvcbabystore.com. Still getting invalid login attempt. Well, we can go back in. Since I've been copying the code directly out of the text, I wouldn't think that's the problem, but I'm going to back up. All right, we did this. We went over that. We added that identity samples. That looked fine. We wanted to add that to models, identity models. Hopefully we put this in the right place under connection strings. That's where the default was. So we have to stop the run. There it was under connection strings. Again, the problem appears to be when we're looking at this, there's an ID, it's been hashed, there's the email. No, that's not the right one. Admin@example.com, email confirmed, no. So, and the following inside the baby's at the end of the app start. I'm grasping at straws here, so I'm just going to go back and I'm reviewing everything I've done thus far. At the end of the app start identity config. So at the end, we added this. So we started here with public class, application role manager identity role, public application role manager create. That was down here. Identity role string role star colon base role star, nothing there. Then we went to here. Static role manager create. That looks correct. Return new. No, am I missing a line here? Oh, that's right there. This is just in one line. Okay, that looks good. Then we were supposed to add the following code to the configure auth method. Alright. Next, to create this, add the following line of code to this after the last app create O in context, so that was up near the top. So after that one, we added this. It's funny because I'm looking right there, and this line, is that the same as this one? Application, I'm sorry, it's this one. App create, application role manager, application role manager dot create. That looks the same. That line there looks the same as this line right here. App dot create per O in context, application role manager greater than sign parentheses application role manager dot create. So what I'm saying is, are these two lines exactly the same? Well, how can I tell? One way is to do this, copy it to the clipboard, and again, this is a lot of what you can end up doing as you're coming in here and attempting, notice the word attempting, to debug. Right? So I'm going to try to check this out. That sure looks the same. Looks like it's in there twice. So what I'm going to do is to take this second one that they had us put in, and I'm going to comment that one out. All right. Then in our identity config, we are supposed to add the following code. That I believe we added down near the bottom. I didn't change any of this code, so I couldn't imagine that that would be the problem. Make sure I added all of it. As long as this. No. Add user. As far as I can tell, it all looks correct right there. Now we need a way, so we want to go back to the identity model and public application, DB context, paste default connection, throw this, nothing in there, and afterwards we added this, and again I took this right out of the book. That looks correct. Alright, I'm going to try it one more time after I've commented that one line out. So let's save all, let's rebuild, and let's try to run it again. Once this comes up, there we go. Try to log in again. And again, we were to log in as admin at mbcbabystore.com. No blanks, so capital A D M number 1 N at mbcbabystore.com. Log in. Darn it. Well, and my guess is now if we go back here, I'm going to stop the run, and I'm going to stop the run here. I'm going to go back and look in the database, and if we look under users, we have not been added. So it's to view the user data, yeah. Next, we want to view the role, and that does not appear, I wouldn't think, to have been done either. I think what I will do is to come out and try to see if there's some kind of a support thing for the database, all right, and figure out entity application is missing the app data, right mouse click, put it in, choose it, ensures I did that. That helped. Can't vote, but I accepted. Thank you very much. I have no add ASP.no folder. What should I do? You need to have the folder in your web project, not in your class library. Okay, I've done everything that they talked about doing here. You know what? I just thought of something I can try to do. Alright. and that is this. I can come in and I don't like doing this, but again, I can come in just like we had done earlier. Now earlier I'd come in here and this was the source code for Chapter 6. I can try to grab the source code for Chapter 7. I think I have this in my downloads folder. Thought I did. Well, it looks like I have it there, but it's... Let's extract this. And I hate doing this. I mean, the idea behind these tapes is I'm showing you the steps that they're going through in the book. And if I can't do them, how could I expect my class to be able to do them? All right, this is going to take a minute. Okay, it doesn't want to do this, so let's cancel. Let's go to here. That's number one source. I don't want that. Forget this. Let's find this. All right, there's Chapter 7 source. I'm going to grab that, drag it over here, and copy it here. It'll take a minute. And I'm going to go and everywhere that I can see in here that I have changed anything, I'm going to come up in here. So I'm going to open the baby store. Let's look at the web.config. Edit it in here. Now they have both the default connection. Oh, this one they create later, the store context. I don't want to do that. Okay, but I am going to come in here and copy everything they have. I suppose my time is, yeah, it's getting there anyway. They have you change this later, and that's why it's got an identity too. So let me copy this. And again, sorry, I'm just doing some debugging right in front of you. So we'll say here, books, mine. And I'm going to quickly look at this to see if there's any differences between what's in the book and the one that I've done. Okay, default connection. Connection string is data source local DB. Looks good. Ooh, I have a space there, and that actually could be what's screwing it up. What was that? That was right here, so my path is wrong. That could be what's screwing it up. So let's double check. Let's go back to our code. Go bring up our web config again. Look at our connection string. That's a biggie. So let's just double check the rest of it here. Now, again, there's his identity too. Don't worry about that. I've just got here identity and not identity.mdf. Security looks fine. Provider name looks fine. I'm going to try to add that .mdf onto here too. There's a .mdf. They don't have it in here on the catalog. Let's leave this off and see. Let's build it again, and I'm going to stop right now, but I'm going to try this one last time. And again, I'm over 30 minutes. I apologize. I said I was going to try to keep all these to 20 some minutes. Plus, I'm not very far in the chapter. So let's try it again. Register. Admin. AWD1111 at MVC. AWD1111 at MVCBabyStore.com. Well, the only other thing I can think of doing, let's stop the run. I'm getting the same error I was getting before. Alright, so I'm going to stop the run here. And under this catalog, I'm going to put a .mdf in here. I'm going to stop the run here. I am going to save all, build one last time, run it one last time. If I still get an error, then while this is producing, I'm going to come in and see if I can try to track this error down, even more so than I've been doing. Now I'm back to invalid login attempt. Okay. All right. Sorry for this, but we will labor on.